Can you confirm the total cocoa export volume and value recorded in 2024?
Yes, in 2024 we did 41,008 tons, 8 tons of cocoa exported out of PNG, and the total forex earnings for the country was about 1.2 billion.
So how do these figures compare to previous years?
Based on the 24 figures, that's a big leap, that's a big record for the industry, because we've been doing about on average 300 million annually. In 2023 we did 418 million, so that's kind of triple or quadruple by about 4 times, so that's quite very huge.
So what were the main driving factors behind the record export numbers last year?
The main reason was the increase in the price of the cocoa beans on the world market because of issues with the two major producing countries, namely Ivory Coast and Ghana. There were a couple of issues there with climate change as well as a swollen shoot disease that's affecting the production and yield of cocoa, so that's driven the price upwards. There's less supply coming onto the market.
Which countries were the top buyers of PNG cocoa in 2024?
In 2024, the largest buyer was Indonesia, followed by the US and China.
Have there been any new international markets open for PNG cocoa?
No, we are exporting to our traditional markets. Just recently we have got some production going into the EU market, Belgium and Germany, but on a smaller scale. So there's potential to grow, to expand into the EU market.
What feedback have you received from international buyers about the quality of PNG cocoa?
Currently, with our PNG cocoa, we are classified as fine flavor because of the type of variety that we grow and produce as very good flavors for doing chocolate. So naturally, PNG is flavor of PNG beans are highly sold on the world market, although we produce small volumes. Yeah.
How did local cocoa production contribute to the export increase?
In terms of local production, we have a couple of donor projects that's been going on. We had PPAP, and then currently we have PACD. We also have the EU Straight project program in Vivek, apart from the Cocoa Board's PIP projects on the necessary programs around the country. So these programs are helping to increase production, get more people to plant cocoa, and that's how the volume is coming into the market. Yeah.
What measures did the Cocoa Board implement to support farmers and improve yields?
Like I've alluded to, we have the PIP programs as well as the two donor projects, the EU Straight and the World Bank PPAP, and then now PACD. So these programs are helping us to drive production. We are also embarking on a program of having our seed programs, the Birdwood Gardens established in each of the regional provincial centers, so that seedling becomes easily and readily available to our farmers. So that's the kind of approach we are taking to drive, get more people to grow and produce cocoa.
Were there any major challenges in the supply chain, such as logistics or shipping delays?
We had a couple of issues during and it's happening now. Is not so much an issue of logistics. It's an issue of getting people to produce good quality. We are aware of that. We want to protect the market. So we've noticed that there's some stealing happening in the farmers' field. People are stealing, and they're also doing shortcuts. They're also doing shortcuts by trying to shorten the fermentation days. So we've done awareness. We've trained our quality cocoa assessors to look at all the exporters to make sure that the exporters are getting good quality beans only from our farmers. Also, one thing we have also realized is that even the commercial banks are running out of cash to buy exporters as well, running out of cash to buy cocoa. So it takes a bit of time before farmers actually receive payments for their beans. So.
What role did cooperatives and smallholder farmers play in achieving these record numbers?
For cocoa, currently we are a smallholder crop now. The bulk of the production comes from the smallholders. So they have been the main drivers behind the growth of the industry. The plantation sector is gone. We only have about 6 plantations actively growing and producing cocoa. So it's driven by the cooperatives and the individual farmers themselves.
Has the government provided any specific incentives or support to boost cocoa exports?
They did over the years. What they've been doing is they have consistently supported our programs with nursery and seedling distributions. They have also been assisting Cocoa Board through the freight support to get cocoa out of the remote locations into the market. I think back in 23 they've also assisted with the price support program. So these are key programs that's actually helping Cocoa Board to drive research, extension, as well as getting the products into the market.
Are there any new policies or regulations introduced that impacted the cocoa sector?
This year, not so much. No, not last year, not this year. What we are trying to do now is we are trying to come up with a policy where we want to regulate the production and distribution of seedlings around the country. Because of the increased prices, farmers are doing shortcuts and just collecting beans from ripe pods and then doing seedlings. So that will affect quality in the long term. This is something we do not like to happen. So farmers have to get seeds from approved, Cocoa Board approved nurseries and birdwood gardens. So that's a policy which we would like to drive this year going forward.
How is the Cocoa Board working with international trade bodies to enhance PNG's cocoa industry?
We have a number of trade shows and expos that we normally attend to. PNG is party to the International Cocoa Organization. So in 24, Cocoa Board attended the International Cocoa Conference in Brussels, and we have retained our fine flavor status for PNG cocoa on the world market. And we have not only retained, but we have increased from 70 to 80%. And on top of that, we are in the process of ratifying the International Cocoa Agreement so that we can continue to sell cocoa to member countries of the ICCO, where you get premiums on the cocoa that you sell, apart from the current bulk market that we supply to.
How does PNG's cocoa quality compare to other major producers like Ghana or Ecuador?
Like I said earlier, PNG cocoa is categorized as fine flavor, which means that although we are a small producer, we are among the top quality producers of cocoa beans in the world.
Are there any certification programs such as organic or fair trade that have helped to increase exports?
Currently, we don't as an organization don't have a program there, but we have some of our exporters who are actually doing certification on behalf of the organized farmer groups, and they're helping them to export to the markets overseas, and they're also through those programs providing premiums on the beans that's coming through those certification programs.
Okay, a few more questions. How has the record export affected cocoa farmers and the broader economy?
That's an exciting one because what happens in PNG is, unlike other countries, cocoa farmers get about 80% of the FOB price. So from the last year's 1.2 billion, about 960 million went directly into farmers' pockets. So this is helping them to build wealth. We know of success stories where farmers are buying vehicles, buying outboard bungalows, they're building houses, and they're sending the kids to school. So it's really helping them right now.
Have farm gates prices improved for local cocoa growers?
Yes, definitely. From June 2023, when the prices started picking up, one bag of cocoa was going for about 460-70 kina. And at the peak in around June, July 24, it went up to about 3,300 bags, kina per bag. It sort of dropped a bit now. It's hanging around between 25 and 23,000 kina a bag.
What investment opportunities are emerging in PNG's cocoa sector due to this growth?
There's an opportunity there, because what's happening now is all our cocoa is going into the bulk market. Although we have a fine flavor status, they are using our premium beans to blend with rubbish from other countries. So what we need to do is we need to have promotional programs, we need to have trade expos, we need to attend trade expos so that we can promote our cocoa beans on the world market. That's first. And secondly, we would like to invite private sector to invest in value adding onshore. So we can go into downstream processing and do cocoa liquor and cocoa butter. It's already happening on a small scale with Queen Emma, Paradise Foods. But we would like to drive investment in that sector so we add value to our cocoa beans, but at the same time we retain a lot of this money in country.
So what are the Cocoa Board's projections for exports in 2025?
Our farmers are price takers. So like with this year's increased prices, farmers did not seem to respond to the price signals, but we are hoping that with the consistent or with the current high prices, there's lots of interest from the farmers. A lot of farmers are growing. So I'm hoping that we would have an incremental increase on production from 2024.
Are there any planned initiatives to further expand cocoa production and exports?
Yes, we have a program. We have been focusing a lot more on the traditional cocoa growing regions in PNG, like the Mamase and the New Guinea Islands. So we are trying, and we have a program now. We have opened a regional office for the Islands region in Kundiawa, and we have opened an office for Southern region in Port Moresby. So we want to focus on these new growth areas and get more people involved in cocoa, to get more seedlings out and get more farmers to plant.
Last question, how do you see the global cocoa market trends impacting PNG in the coming years?
Farmers in PNG stand to gain from the current high prices because from the way the issues in Ghana and from West Africa, I expect prices to be high for the next 3-4 years, and even industry experts are alluding to that. So it's a good time for farmers now to plant cocoa because they will be able to get more in the next 2-3 years. So there's good opportunity there.
Any other comments?
That's all.